Hello, welcome to Man Cave, but I'm not in a particularly great mood today because I broke my drone. Um, I was working with it and hovering about 1.5 meters over a hedge, and I just didn't see sticking out of this hedge like a little twiglet thing that was coming up, and just went sideways into it, bang, and it just collapsed and went sideways and down and knocked off the leg. And you can see on this side that's what it's supposed to look like, and you can see there that has been completely sheared off. So there you go. Great. In itself, I didn't think that was a huge problem. I mean, it's in, nothing else got damaged. I did notice that the camera had been knocked out of its housing, but it's on like a rubberized suspended housing, and that's just gently put it back in again, and that was fine. And I'd done some tests on that, so that was okay. It literally did come down to the leg, and what's left there now is the antenna for the remote control. So all I needed to do was to go onto the DJI website. This is a DJI Mavic Platinum Pro, which about 2 years ago was the top of the range of the Mavics. That's since been superseded by the Mavic 2 Pro. And I thought, yeah, I won't have any problem. I'll just be able to, I mean, these things must be generic. I mean, I can't see that, if I wanted a new battery, for example, I should be able to go onto the DJI website and get myself a new battery. But no, DJI don't have, as far as I can see, anywhere on their website, a spares or repair section where I can buy a new set of landing legs. Just, they don't do it. I've got a company in Bramley, just outside Tadley, not far from Reading where I am, and up until a couple of years ago they were doing lots and lots of repair work for DJI drones, and especially because the Phantom was the drone that was around at that time. And when I broke the arm off this one last week, I did phone them up and asked them and said, look, we can't get hold of the spares anymore. They want you to send them off. What they're doing is they're selling these packages. I mean, I paid £1,200-1,300, I think, for the Combi Plus version of this with the extra batteries, and it had a few extra bits and pieces with it. But they want you to spend another £130-150 for what they call their care package, so that when you buy it new and you have an accident, which you're probably going to, you can send it straight back to them and they'll send you out a new one by return, or they'll literally just do the repair for you, which is all very well. That only happens a couple of times, and then if you do actually go past the stage where you've had 2 or 3 accidents and they've replaced it a couple of times, basically you've used up your allocation, and it's goodbye, thank you very much, go and buy a new one or do without. So I was a bit cheesed off, and I had to resort to looking at the internet, and I found some landing gear on eBay. So I bought a pair of legs. I didn't know what I was going to be getting. I also went on Wish and I found a pair of legs on Wish, and I thought, well, I'll just get those as well. They haven't arrived yet, but funnily enough, the ones from eBay turned up within about 4 days, and that's in the middle of the coronavirus lockdown. So impressed. I have opened this packet up, and to be fair, I have to be honest, they look like they are absolutely DJI legs. There's nothing generic looking about them. They look the absolute real thing. And hopefully, if I've got the right legs, which I'm reasonably happy I have, that this one should literally just clip straight back in place. So in here, I have 2 new legs. I need one of those, and I think there's a couple of other bits in there as well. Yep, so I get a little mini Allen key, and I get the set of screws to actually put the legs back in. That's pretty good, didn't expect that as well. And in there, yeah, that's rears. So on this one, just pull that one out for you. So you don't have a rear leg as such, you just have a cap, and they've actually supplied 2 caps as well for that side and the other side. So let's just put that back around. And in fact, I'm just going to take those rotors off. They're just literally and get there. Literally twist and pull, and they're gone. And I think that rotor there looks as though it's, yeah, that one's been cracked, that's knackered. And I know I already broke the when it crashed it, the other two split as well. They're intact, they're just, I wouldn't put it back up in the air with those. So I've actually ordered myself a new set of rotors as well. But I've got 2 or 3 sets to be going on with. They don't last forever anyway. So here, what I need to do is to basically take this this plate off here, and then hopefully the new one will go straight on. It's worth showing you this stuff as well, because let's put this drone down for a moment. What I was going to do, when I got really in despair and I was looking around for the new set of legs, I thought I can't find them anywhere, and they weren't easy to find, to be fair, on eBay, because I didn't actually know what I was actually asking for in the search bar. So it took me a few minutes to actually find those. And then I realised, hold on a minute, I've got that glass glue, not really glass glue, it's like UV adhesive, and it's really good, and I've used this stuff on other products that I wanted to fix up and things. And how this works is it's a coating that you basically put on the surface, join the two parts together, and then with a UV light, and it doesn't really matter what strength it is, you literally shine it on the glue and it absolutely goes bone hard. It's brilliant stuff. I mean, it's so much stronger than any of the super glues that you can have, and because it's like a more liquid based thing as well, you don't get, there's no gap between the two parts that you're trying to glue together, so it does actually snug in quite nicely. And I was going to just repair it, at least as a temporary thing, until I could actually work out where or how I could actually get another set of legs for real. In the event of it, okay, I found what I want, so I'm not going to do that. I might just glue it just as a because I can, but I'm certainly not going to use it. So back to this. So I'm not sure which one of these legs is the right side. Let's get the drone up and just put that one on there. I would have said that one is that one. So this one has got to be this one. So they have actually supplied me with the screws and a mini Allen key, but to be honest, I don't really want to use one of that, and I've got my own little set of geek tools, so I may as well use these. Yeah. And I'll use the same screws as came out, as were put in originally. I won't use the new screws either. Get out. I'm not so good at doing things like this these days because I've got these big fat fingers. Ah, that was amazing. That was cool. So there's the plate that's come out, and where's my broken one? I guess, which way around would that have gone? That looks as though, yeah, that would have fitted in like that. Actually, it's fitting quite snugly, so I probably will have a go with the UV glue and see what happens. Not that I'll ever put it back on again, but you know, just being a prat. Okay, so antenna is intact. Can't see anything damaged wise underneath there. So it really is just a question of getting this on in the right way. Put that into, there's a little tiny little chute in there, that's all there is, that's just hollow in there, and that just fits, I think, in there like that. Is that going to be correct? Wow, there we go. That's it. That is all that happens. And just be really, really careful to not cross thread these. And just get them in. Don't tighten any of them until you've got them all in, and then give them a little tiny twink. Still loose. I like looking after my stuff. I hate having stuff and then knackering it around and lots of scuff marks and junk. And I must admit, when I first broke this, I thought, I don't want that anymore. I've broken it. I'm just going to go and buy a new one. And I thought, what's the point? Really? Do I need it that badly? No. I use it for overhead work that I couldn't otherwise get the shot for. I don't use it for really pro work, and most of the results from this go on the internet. So, let's be fair, I could spend 10, 12, 15 grand on the next model up from the Mavic, which is the Inspire, and they start at around about £3,000, I think. But the main difference between this camera, this drone, the Mavic, and the Inspire or the industrial ones, the commercial ones that go beyond this again, is the quality of the camera. And I know this one has got it's an HD camera. I don't think it's 4K, might be 4K, somebody can probably tell me, but I wouldn't use it for video work on the internet anyway, so it's really immaterial. But yeah, the more higher up the range you go, and the Inspires I think start at £3,000 up to 10, 12 and beyond, and then you've got your commercial DJI drones that you can spend anywhere up to sort of 50k and beyond. So it's up to you. But for normal everyday pleasure and small business use, one of these is absolutely brilliant, and it's such a markup from the one that I used to use, which was effectively a homemade thing. It was good enough in its time, but they get superseded so quickly. But anyway, there you go. So I'm all back together, and what I will do is open it all up. I've already taken the rotors off earlier. Turn it on and see if we get... Oh, turn off. Don't want to be doing that. Let's see, that will turn on. There we go. Yep. And make sure that lens is actually working. Is it going to face front? Yeah. Yes, we're okay. I did when I crashed it. I did give it a couple of trial turn-ons, and it all seemed to be okay. So I'm relatively happy that when I get the rotors back on, I should be okay. But that's about it. The rotors, yeah, they're not bad. This one has got a crack across there, so that won't be going back on. So it's always sensible to keep a supply of those, and they are readily available on the old interweb, so don't worry too much about those. But the way they fit on is really quite simple. There are 3 grooves in the head of this thing. Again, not sure whether I can show that here. And there are 3 pins there. They just sync up with those, and hold that. It's just push down and give it a slight turn. Won't go in that one. Hold on. Wrong one, that's why. They do have specific rotors for specific sides. That's marked by a white ring, and that has a white ring going around there. So that is specifically designed for that side. Stupid me. That's that one on. No white ring on that one, and no white lines going around there, and so that one is for that side, and it clips in the opposite way around as well. But that's that. You don't need to worry about fanning these things out. You can start it like that, and the moment it picks up, it will correct itself and open up into the way it should be. That's how they're designed. Brilliant drone. So relieved that I have managed to find a set of legs, and I've got another set coming that I now don't really need, but I suppose it's back up. Just really disappointed that DJI put you into that situation, because the model has now been superseded. They're not selling it on their website anymore. It's out of stock. You can't readily buy spares and repair. That needs to be addressed, because they're not peanuts to buy. They're easy to have an accident with, and they're lightweight things. You know, I'm very lucky I got away with a 15-foot drop onto a solid base. I'm very lucky I got away with one landing leg, and I haven't sort of like done the entire arm in. And yeah, that needs to be improved. Apart from that, I would have said that's probably one of the best on the market for somebody that does light business use work and a fair bit of pleasure stuff. So yeah, very pleased. Anyway, until next time.